Greetings QCS build fans, and welcome to a cooler installation. So I'm here and I'm building some base model machines that we sell to all our business clients, and I had to order a bunch of OEM tray Athlon 3000G processors because the 3000Gs are getting harder to get a hold of, especially in the box format with the stock cooler. So what do we got to do? Well, we got to take and buy third-party cooler. So I did some hunting around and I found these Arctic Alpine 23. Now there's two different versions of the 23. There is a 23 that's white and there is a 23CO. The 23CO is a dual ball bearing. Let's see. Where's it at? Yeah, this one's the dual ball bearing. The other one is just a fluid bearing design. So this one should last way longer than the other one does. So it also has your pre-applied MX2 thermal paste. This also will fit AM4, AM3 and 3 plus, AM2, 2 plus, FM2 and FM1. Which anybody that's worked on AMD a whole lot basically knows that they're all roughly the same as far as heat sinks and coolers are concerned, because they all attach the same way. Okay, all right, so let's open the box here. So your manual is on the box. You don't get the little card insert. So let's open this guy up here. And that's it. So if you look at it, it looks like a Intel stock cooler on roids is really what it looks at. So it's basically almost the same fan as an Intel stock cooler, except it's a little bigger. It's a little bigger in diameter and it's a little taller. And then you've got the same basic fin design with your pre-applied MX2 thermal paste. And this will actually rotate, so it's just the fan itself is just clamped on here. And if we're very careful, we can actually pop this guy off. But I'm not going to do it right now. But this actually will rotate around because it's just got these two clips on either side that hold it down. So, okay. Alright, so then all you're going to do is you're going to take this guy and you are going to line it up, and you're basically just going to push it on. So hook it on one side and then you're going to push it on the other side. Arctic's manual, these are supposed to be pre-adjusted, so they will just pop on. Obviously they are not. So, and it probably has a lot to do with depending on the Z height of the processor that you're working on. And snaps on just like that. Okay, so then all you do is you just want to tighten it up so you have about an even amount of torque on both sides. But you don't want to over tighten it, because if you over tighten it, it's going to smush the frame. So you just want to run it down to kind of, basically it's like a firm stop, and that's good. That's all you got to do, and that's it. And you're nice and seated. And take your 4-pin here. And that's it. Pretty simple, pretty easy to install. So yeah, so out of the box, gonna probably depend on the Z height of the particular chip that you're working on, depending on the IHS. But you're gonna want to back these screws off just a little bit to, counterclockwise, and that will drop the hook down so you can actually get it on there, and then you just tighten it up on both sides evenly to where it'll actually seat itself like it should. Okay, so we're gonna pause here, finish building this, and then we'll give you some thermal results when we're done. Be right back. Okay, so here you can see that we've got our CPU Z, and we're about to run our stress test benchmark. You can see that right here, we've got our idle temperatures, so we're at 27.3 degrees, and we're currently pulling a whole lot of 4 watts, basically. So, alright, let's go ahead and hit it. And after this, we're running about half an hour. We're at CPU that we spiked at 43.3, we idled back to 42.9. We're currently at 3.5 gigahertz, and that's our maximum. That's actually the maximum that the BIOS will actually let the chip clock to, whether you cannot set PB up with a 3000G. It just doesn't work. Let's see, core temperatures are the same across the board, so we're actually running pretty good. We're well below 60C, to where we'd have any kind of throttling issues or anything like that. So yeah, and it's dead silent. You can have nothing going on. So moving on, we're gonna go to FurMark, and we let FurMark run here for about half an hour. Let's see, when I took the picture, it was at 33 minutes. So we're at, now granted, this is only a 3000G. This is not, you know, a 4090 with, you know, a 16-core CPU or whatever, you know. So we're only running Vega 3 graphics, nothing crazy, but we're running 43 degrees on the CPU. On the GPU or APU GFX, we're running 42.9, so basically about the same. So we're actually running really good there. And then package temperature or package power, we're running basically 30 watts. And an SoC, we're running at 23 amps, which is basically 23 watts. So yeah, nope, we're doing good. So everything's nice and happy. We're running at a whole 15 FPS, which honestly is pretty standard for Vega 3 graphics, trying to run this kind of a load. And yeah, so no, not gonna complain at all. So yeah, no, it runs good. We're running, you know, 43C, and it runs like a clock. So very awesome cooler. To date, I've got several of these that have been in deployment for better part of a year, and 0 issues at all whatsoever. So very good cooler, very awesome. And that's it. So thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more things to come, and we'll catch you on the next one. That's it. Bye for now.